Well, we're talking about the 2-year-olds, all the 2-year-olds. That's right. Need a gummy bear. Uh, um, how they been this week now? I was going to make this big list and talk about every horse. Tell you what I'll do. The horses that didn't make the top 15 or top 10 list, I'll tell you exactly why they didn't. How's that? Seems fair. Adrenaline Rush, obviously, he was in the top 10 list to keep horses to watch overall number 2. He was very, very good on Wednesday when he went. Very good. No, Thursday when he went. He was very good, looked good, did his work well, finished up well. I was really happy with him. Argento's come a long way over the last 3 weeks. I've talked to a couple of clients that own this horse. Felix owns a big chunk of this horse too. And just a different horse now. But that's what putting a lot of work into the horses, that's what happens, right? These are athletes. And some people get a little, jump the gun and get a little excited and think the horses are great or think the horses are bad, when there still needs to be a lot of work put into them. And Argento certainly looked a lot better today, this week. Even last week he was involved with that set where we had to pull up, but the horses look good for well over 10 days now. Barbie's Crown could easily make it on the top 10 list. Steve and I own this filly. He picked her out, he bought her, I own half of her, and she's been training down very, very good. I was happy with her off the gate on Wednesday, and I suspect she'll look good again on this coming Wednesday. Beef and Cheddar has always been good, number 3 on the top 10 overall list, and he's hung out there for most of this entire training session. Very happy with Beef and Cheddar. Braemar is a horse that I have always liked. I think he's going to be a nice horse. He's bred to be a nice horse, and I think when he starts packing on that real important muscle that he's going to soon, that you're going to see the best form of Braemar. I know that James goes them a lot, but Johnny gets along real well with him also, so it's nice to have other people that can go with the horses. Some of these horses are really tricky, and not that easy just to say, hey, Joe Blow, go with the horse. It's not that easy. It would be impressive if we could have anybody go with any of the horses anytime, but that's just not reality. So Braemar, Johnny gets along well with him. James gets along well with him. I've gone with a couple of times, and I really like him, but Johnny really does get along well with Braemar, and he likes him so far also. Better's Hope trained great the other day. James went with him. He looked really good training. Has looked good. Kind of one of those, like Rose Run, why not, right? One of those deceptive horses where at any point if they jumped up, I wouldn't be surprised. And Better's Hope has looked very good at times throughout the year, and I think his dad, a lot of the Better's Delights, and James and I were talking about this the other day. It's hard to discount any of the Better's Delights because they show up, right? When the gate comes out and the lights go on, they usually show up. The ones that can do and the ones that can't don't. And Better's Hope just reminds me of a can-do type of horse. So I suspect when we get him to the races, he's going to be very good. Blue Monk, I can't say enough about Blue Monk and how good a horse he's become. At any given time, he could be the best horse on the track for us at the training center. He's been good, continues to show off and look great, and really has packed on a lot of muscle. He has a great attitude, and we left him a stud because he's just never given us any reason ever to think that we would ever have to castrate him. So Blue Monk, a stud, colt, good looking horse, a lot of confidence, and one of our better pacers overall. Brilliant Corners still hangs out near the bottom of the list, but he's getting better every single week. We trained him today, no poles, no hobbles, no nothing, just went a slow mile with an open bridle on. So obviously if you can do that with Brilliant Corners, he's starting to come forward to the point where he understands this is what I'm to do. I'm going to go out and do it the best I can. He was a little too eager over the last month, but as I said before, Danny's done a great job with Brilliant Corners and getting him ready to race much better looking horse now than I thought you would see for quite a while if you had asked me 3-4 weeks ago. So Brilliant Corners is even coming forward. Broadway Roll just looks fantastic. She's looked fantastic. As I said the other day, I can put it as easy as this. How fast can you go? That is it. Everything else she does perfect. She paces great. Put her on the front. You can move her multiple times. She enjoys being covered up in a trip horse. Just a very nice filly. How fast can you go? We'll answer that this summer, but as of right now, A+ top marks for Broadway Roll. Cambridge Star was good again today training. James and I went with he went with Cambridge Star. I went with the Fat Cobra. and both were very, very good in training last half in 106 today. One of the only training sets we cut them loose was the Cobra and Cambridge Star, and both look good. Camp Muscle Me looked great the other day off the gate. Very, very happy with this filly. She's not quite to Tipsy and Dixie yet, and neither of them are quite War We Welcome, but all three of those fillies, muscle masses, and all three of them doing their work very, very well. Captain's Maid showed up on drone day first over and was victorious last week. Harry got away third in behind a couple of speed demons this week and ended up third, but she did her work very, very well. I've been happy and continue to be very, very happy with Captain's Maid. Carry a big stick. From time to time, he'll struggle. He's trying to get it right. I think he made a break in the last drone day, but we had made some changes after that. I thought he was good first part of the week. He was good behind the gate, did his work well. But he does struggle. Sometimes he does make breaks, and he's getting there. It's one of those things, right? Don't ever discount him just because he's making breaks. Think of Spirit of Dio last year, how many breaks she made and how good she was. So I would not judge Carry Big Stick because he's struggling a little bit in the turns. He's getting better. He's getting stronger. He's getting bigger. This is a horse that could easily come forward. Cut the Line. This Brush Cut's little sister. She's been good. We didn't put her behind the gate this week. I want to give her a week. From time to time, we will drop a week off of her just because she's got a big belly. She's a fat filly, and her knees bother her a little bit from once in a while. So anytime I see any hint that she's on a line or a little struggling in the turns, we shut her down for a week, and I think that'll pay dividends in the summer. And Cut the Line missed this week. She'll be back in action starting on Monday. Darling Please, catching up after jumping on her foot. She was behind to begin with, so I really won't have much to report on Darling Please, and I'm the only one that owns her, so whatever. But Darling Please is probably going to miss the first little bit. Trying to get her proper, but we'll get her there. Desperados really, really put it all together. I gave him a B- at Christmas. I didn't see the marks. Gave him a B- at Christmas, but he's no B- now. He is a hardcore A+. This horse has put it all together and looks like $1 million. Eternity Road's been top of the heap for most of the year. Continues there again this week. He's been good. Looked good yesterday. Looked good today. Looked good on Wednesday. Just starting to really come around again. First Glance struggled a little bit last drone set. He was good off the gate the other day. Made a break again today. I made a little shoeing change on him. Not really quite sure what's going on with First Glance. He doesn't appear sore or out of gear or anything, but has the consistency. I'm concerned there's something going on there. So I actually opted for a pair of flip-flops on him today. We're going to put a heavier set of hobbles on him, and he'll be in to go on Wednesday. We'll see how he becomes. Fox Valley Britska has turned into what I would call a stake colt this year. This is a horse I gave a C- to. That's just north of D. I gave him a C- at Christmas, but he has turned into an A-type trotter. He can really go. His ignorance is starting to dissipate, and his attitude is starting to get better. Very happy with what I've seen from Fox Valley Britska. Frilly Fringes, I don't even have to talk about Frilly Fringes, was fantastic. Wednesday was great at the drone set. Just been one of our top horses from day one and has looked fantastic. Girls with Swirls, she was okay today. You know, she's struggling a bit to do her work fluidly. I put her in gear. She shudders a bit. Might put a step in here and there. But when she's at high gear, she looks great, looks fantastic. So I think it's just a matter of working on those middle gears over the next month or so. She looked good today training. Grey as a New Red is off, obviously. She gets another 4 weeks in the stall. 4 weeks in the stall, and then she comes back. GW Chrome has looked good, looked great again on Wednesday, and has looked good for a while. The only break was, as I say all the time, an anomalous break 2 weeks ago, but has been great before that and great after that. GW Chrome was good jogging today. Holy Chick, another filly on stall rest. Both these fillies will make it back at some point. Holy Chick, we haven't even really diagnosed what she did. She cracked a bone for sure. I think maybe a sesamoid. Not really the end of the world. It'll heal. I would take that over a torn suspensory any day. She's in good spirits. She's starting to eat good, so maybe something was bothering her for a while. She's starting to eat good now, so I'll take her up this week, and I'll have an answer of exactly what bone she injured. I suspect it's probably a sesamoid. Oh, where are we at? Italian Grit, another horse, C at Christmas time, and he's up into the AA plus category right now. What he's done over the last 2 weeks is shown a lot of maturity, a lot both physically and mentally, a lot of growth and a lot of speed. Italian Grit was awesome today and was awesome on Wednesday. Aguilera AM has been good for quite a while. She continued. Once in a while, you'll see her, fall off the wagon. She made a break at the wire in the gate set on Wednesday, but she wasn't getting frilly fringes, and she was trying to trot to her, just couldn't quite get there. The fact that she over-trotted herself trying to do more than she could is impressive. So Aguilera AM has been great for quite a while, and I suspect that will continue. Another filly that's been fantastic, I'm a Lovely Lady, just looks absolutely great. Going to be a lot of fun in Ohio and Pennsylvania and Ontario and New York and Indiana. Hopefully this summer we got a number of horses that represent all those jurisdictions. I'm Hill on Wheels. Has his good weeks. Once in a while he'll throw a bad week in. He's back to good again. He was good off the gate the other day. Bad the last drone set. Good off the gate Wednesday. And today we just jogged him. He looked fine. Jazzy Judy. She, best case scenario, she came up a little lame after her last training set. I thought she cracked her knee. What happened was she had a chip, an OCD come off that knee, and then it got smashed in the joint, and those fragments irritated her knee. It was funny because it wasn't funny, but she was lame for about 3 days, and then on the 4th day she was sound. That's weird. 5th day she was better. Took her to the vet. The vet thought there was a line in her knee and that there was a fragment in her knee, so we were taking the fragment out. Now when they go in and do the operation on the knee, they can look at the actual bone itself, and structurally it was fine. There was no lines in it. They got most of that chip that had squashed out. There was a little piece at the back of the joint that she didn't want to go digging at to irritate the knee. So she was happy with what she saw. She thinks she'll make a full recovery. And for us, the owners of Jazzy Judy, she is still on her timeline to make the 23rd of September. So that's awesome. Jesse Balboa trained good today, trained off the gate good on Wednesday. He's coming. He's a little bit behind everybody else, but he's making good gains. Looks good. I saw him on the track day. Harry and I were talking. He's put on 150 pounds. He just looks better. Looks good, this horse. So Jesse's coming forward. Keystone Raven, 4th horse. There's 4 of them that are a little injured. This horse had an OCD taken out of the back of her sesamoid 2 weeks ago. And she is doing well. We got her in the stall at the Turnout Farm right now. Let's Roll On trained good today. Johnny went with him. He said he was good. Another horse we get a C+ beside. He's doing very good things now. Obviously, he's not doing as well as Eternity Road, but he's doing good things, and I've been very happy with him, and quite a bit better than the C+ he was at Christmas. Lincoln Hanover was B- at Christmas. He's up into the A+ range now. This is a trotter that's got lots to offer. Been a very, very good horse for a number of weeks, and is really starting to come forward now. Miss Moran got a little injured last week. She's fine now. She might even find herself into the drone set on Wednesday. If she does, I'll be going with her, but she looks good right now. Mama Knows Best was absolutely fantastic. I gave her an A- at Christmas. I didn't know until today if she'd make it back into the A- range, but when we made those equipment adjustments with her today, she was lights out, really, really good. So yes, I would agree she's back into that A- type situation. Momo has always quietly done good things, right? Momo's a horse that Davey went with her, this guy went with her, that guy went with her. Just because she always does everything right, she kind of gets a number of different drivers on her from time to time. And Momo always seems to do her work well. My Jazz, another filly coming on late, looks really, really good by the looks of this. B- at Christmas. She always had that ability, but just hadn't put it together until, and I shouldn't say until, slowly every week she looked a little bit better, and she's looked great. She looked good again today. No Free Lunch. Here's a horse, another horse that was listed as a C, much better than a C. Very happy with what I've seen from him. He looked good on Wednesday, won his set off the gate very, very easily, and I suspect he'll look even better on Wednesday. Northern Blizzard has been going great and looks great. Been really, really good for quite a while. Very happy with him. Off-Road Hanover was a little bit surprising how good he was because he was in a tough group on Wednesday off the gate in the drone set, and won the set off the gate, and I think I hung on and beat Beef and Cheddar, and he was gonna try his little hanging trick halfway down the lane, and I hit him a swat, and he was airborne down by the wire. Very, very good mile from Off-Road Hanover. Perfect Record. As I said, we're just going to take our time with Perfect Record. I think we're going to back off. I'm not going to drone him on Wednesday. I'm going to let him stay quiet And I'm happy with what I saw jogging today off the gate on Wednesday. Happy with what I've seen throughout from Perfect Record. So now it's just a matter of when does he look comfortable and confident, and that's when we're going to ask. That's when we're going to push again, and that won't be for a couple of weeks. Rito Sunshine looked awesome. Won at the drone. No, not this drone. The last time when I went with him. Pretty good when Harry went with him. Okay. And then the other day, went off the gate, he was very good. Won a set extremely handily and easy and looked very, very good doing it. Rose Run, why not? B- to an A- easily overnight. Man, oh man. As I said, I don't know if anybody looked as good as she looked this week. She was awesome. And I keep saying this, so I'm going to have to go with her on Wednesday to back up what I've said about her from this Thursday. So Rose Run, why not? Was awesome. I am going to go with her Wednesday. We'll get a good look at her. Roy Hill's been great. Always been great. Happy that he popped that curb. We got that fixed and out of the way. Now he can start moving forward again. Set the mood. A horse that tries as hard as any horse on the property. Age, trot, or pacer, otherwise, doesn't matter. Set the mood wants to be a good horse. So as I said to Mario, I'm not going to drone him on Wednesday. I know John, we ended up droning him last time because John had come out, wanted to see him go, and I wanted to show him off. But this time, I want to just go easy with him for a week. We let his hobbles out, put a heavier set of hobbles on him. Just want to go easy with set the mood so he won't be in the drone sets on Wednesday. So admirable. Little shoeing change on her today. She was pretty good the last little bit. I think this shoeing change will really bring her around. I'd love to go with this filly. I don't know if I can yet, but I'd love to go there. We'll see if I can on Wednesday. Saurus Blue Chip, same thing. He looked great. Off the gate was fantastic. Mario won that little training set off the gate with him, and he looked very, very good going with him. Stacy Hanover was good again this week at the drone, and then off the gate, even better off the gate. Just looked really, really professional, really smart, mature filly. She's really starting to put it all together. Sunshine in May was good off the gate, did everything right. Surreal Love was good off the gate, did everything right again. He's a couple of weeks behind also with a crowd curb. Harry loves this colt, and I love him too. I think he's going to be a nice horse. Where, what type, how fast, I don't know yet, but he definitely feels like a racehorse to me. Sweet Ambitions, she needs to do more overall work. She needs to be faster. And this is a Father Patrick with decent breeding. Is she just a mediocre horse? I don't know. I have no idea. But I think there's more there, and if there is, she needs to bring it forward quickly. So I may end up on Sweet Ambitions on Wednesday. I doubt it, but if I have the opportunity, I will. Tanzanite Tricks, another filly. He's put it all together. Just a smart filly. Wants to do her work right and does it rather well when she's going. Really happy with Tanzanite Tricks. That's my girl. A- to an A+. Obviously, as you can see, at Christmas time, we thought we had something, and then through the early part of the winter into the earliest part of spring, it's like, really? Is she good? Is she not? Is she going to be a stake horse, or is she just a horse? Oh, she's going to be a stake horse, I believe. This filly looked awesome. James went with her. James loves her. He thinks she's a legit filly, and I agree. I think she is, too. That's my girl. Has looked great. The Fat Cobra, there's another hard C. He might have drove up into B range, but Cobra's got a lot more work to do. He was winner today. He was victorious in his training set today. Last half in 106, last quarter in 33, and looked good doing it. Tipsy and Dixie is great always. Now, I gave her a C at Christmas. She's easily an A, a solid A. She's a good filly, tries hard, does her work well, beautiful filly, never makes breaks anymore, very consistent, confident filly. Very happy with Tipsy and Dixie. Walk on the Moon, B+ to an A+ easily. This is an extremely good-looking colt. I keep saying to everybody, Mario says he's the best one, and he might be, but he is definitely a good-looking colt and looked great in the drone set the other day. And again, off the gate this week. War We Welcome, you're going to find her... don't want to jump over the big colt. War We Was Up, you're going to find him in a different, easier set this week. Coming last half in 104 and a bit off the gate the other day. It was absolutely fantastic. In fact, I shied sideways, which caused James to shy sideways, and he ran into War We Welcome and still never put a step in. Pretty solid horse, pretty strong on his feet. Really happy with what I've seen from him. War We Welcome, you're going to see her train this week under the drone. She might be in a little easier set also. We've been going easy with her for 2 weeks. Mario said she's 100% right now, which is great. Well and Down was good today. Few tiny little changes. Now, James didn't get to cut her loose. We don't know if she's going to get a little Ripley at the wire, but she looked better. James said she felt really, really strong. So she will be in the sets on Wednesday. And then Won My Heart Hanover. Great off the gate, great in the sets. Just been great forever. Just a beautiful filly. I don't even think she was awesome on Wednesday. I just think she was good. She did her work well, but I think she could be better. I think she's a little bit under the weather, and won My Heart Hanover. Horse, you guys know how I feel about this filly. Real special filly, got a great attitude. I love everything about her. So, won My Heart Hanover, easily in the top 2 overall in the burn. So that's all the 2-year-olds. That's all of them. Now the 3-year-olds, I'm going to come back and talk about them. How much have I been? When do I want to push a little more? What that looks like, and when they might race. I'll be back in a minute with all that.